Hello and welcome. You're watching Today in Parliament with me, Aishwarya Kapoor, and these are the headlines. Private member bill for establishing effective system to prevent and address decline in Parliament productivity due to disruptions in the Rajya Sabha. Naresh Gujral to move bill for consideration. 89 private member bills in both houses. Bills on education reforms in the upper house. The National Council for Teacher Education Amendment Bill in Rajya Sabha. Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Amendment Bill 2018 also in upper house. An Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018 to be introduced in Lok Sabha. Health Minister J.P. Nadda to make a statement on ordinance promulgated in this regard. Discussion under Rule 193 in the lower house on natural calamities in several parts of the country. Today's private members' legislative business in both houses of Parliament. 22 private member bills are slated to be taken up in the Rajya Sabha today. Some of these include the Protection of Farmers' Families Bill 2018, the Women Equal Participation in International Peace Negotiations, Treaties and Agreements Bill 2018, and the Food Waste Reduction Bill 2018, among others. And in the government's legislative agenda are bills related to education reforms. These include the National Council for Teacher Education Amendment Bill 2018 and the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Amendment Bill 2018. And in the Lok Sabha too, here there is the private members' legislative business slated. 67 private member bills are slated to be taken up in the lower house. These include the Destitute Women and Widows Welfare Bill 2018, Water Accessibility and Conservation Bill 2018, and National Agricultural Policy Commission Bill 2018, among others. In the government's legislative agenda for the day are the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018, the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2018, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Bill 2018, the Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Amendment Bill 2018, the Consumer Protection Bill 2018, and the New Delhi International Arbitration Centre Bill 2018. And also in the Lok Sabha today, there will be a discussion under Rule 193. Bhartrihari Mahatab and P. Venugopal will raise a discussion on natural calamities in various parts of the country, particularly in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Odisha, with special reference to cyclones like Gaja and Titli, etc. And several private members' bills are slated in the Rajya Sabha. Here are a few of them. T. Subbaram Reddy will move to introduce the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Amendment Bill 2018, the Railways Amendment Bill 2018 and the Employment Bill 2018. Rajkumar Dhoot will move the Protection of Farmers' Families Bill 2018, the Prevention of Contamination of Groundwater Bill 2018 and the Compulsory Yoga and Sports Education Bill in Schools Bill 2018. Ripun Bora will move the Armed Forces Special Powers Repeal Bill 2018 and the National Anthem Modification Bill 2018. Mahesh Poddar will move the Food Waste Reduction Bill 2018. Vijay Sai Reddy will move the Code of Criminal Procedure Amendment Bill 2018 and the Registration of Births and Deaths Amendment Bill 2018. Naresh Gujral will move the Parliament Enhancement of Productivity Bill 2018. Ghulam Nabi Azad will move the Constitution Amendment Bill 2016, insertion of new Article 21B. All right, my colleague Kriti Mishra is now joining us live from Parliament. Kriti, it's Friday today and 89 private member bills are slated for consideration in both houses today. And especially significant seems to be the private member bill for establishing effective system to prevent and address a decline in Parliament productivity due to disruptions in the Rajya Sabha. Tell us more.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. You've seen over the last 2 days that there have been disruptions in the upper house. But of course, the upper house did pass one bill. So there's a very interesting private members bill today, which is expected to be moved by MP Naresh Gujral. And this is the Parliament Enhancement of Productivity Amendment Bill. Remember, in his private member bill, this particular bill that would be moved by Naresh Gujral, this would seek to arrest the decline in the productivity of Parliament and also to develop some kind of legal framework in order to ensure that there's productivity of Parliament. There are other important bills as well, the private members' bills. There are several for introduction and several for introduction, passage, Also, so it's an important day in the Rajya Sabha, and there are other items of government bills. For instance, there's the NCTE bill and also the right of children to free and compulsory education. And there's also the representation of people amendment bill. So important day in the Rajya Sabha, and of course, several items listed in day's agenda. Aishwarya?
Right, Kriti, thank you so much. So key day really in this winter session of Parliament today. Of course, it is Friday, day for the private members' legislations, and there are two key bills related to education reforms in the upper house, and also in the lower house there is going to be a discussion under Rule 193. Thank you so much, Kriti, for all those updates there. The upper house is also slated to take up the right of children to free and compulsory education amendment bill 2018. The bill seeks to further amend the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009. This bill has been passed by the Lok Sabha. An HRD Minister, Prakash Javadekar, will also move the National Council for Teacher Education Amendment Bill 2018 in the Rajya Sabha. The bill seeks to further amend the National Council for Teacher Education Act 1993. It has been passed by the Lok Sabha. And Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad will move the Representation of the People Amendment Bill 2018 in the Rajya Sabha. The bill seeks to further amend the Representation of the People Act 1950 and the Representation of the People Act 1951. It has been passed by the Lok Sabha. Also in the Rajya Sabha today, Sushma Swaraj will move for leave to withdraw the Nalanda University Amendment Bill 2013. The bill seeks to amend the Nalanda University Act 2010. And Health Minister J.P. Nadda will move to introduce the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018. This bill seeks to further amend the Indian Medical Council Act 1956. J.P. Nadda will also lay on the table an explanatory statement showing reasons for immediate legislation by promulgation of the Indian Medical Council Amendment Ordinance 2018. In the lower house today, HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar will introduce the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2018. Ramvilas Paswan will move the Consumer Protection Bill 2018. Thawarchand Gehlot will move the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Bill 2016. Suresh Prabhu will move the Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Amendment Bill 2018. Ravi Shankar Prasad will move the New Delhi International Arbitration Centre Bill 2018. And the following ministers will lay papers on the table in the Rajya Sabha. Ravi Shankar Prasad for the Ministry of Law and Justice. Radha Mohan Singh for Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. Vijay Goyal for the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Purushottam Rupala for the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. Krishna Raj for the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare again. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Today in Parliament. Do stay tuned. The proceedings of the Upper House are going to begin in a while from now. Thanks for watching.